Hey everyone, I'm Brittany Skyler filling in for Kibin, and today is Tuesday, August 27th. You're now watching Open, a program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to you. Don't forget to stay connected with us via social media at BronxNet TV. During her fight against breast cancer, one woman developed a special interest in skincare as she sought effective skincare treatments and hair removal services for cancer patients and survivors with delicate skin. Regina, a 10-year breast cancer survivor, takes great pride in utilizing her knowledge and experience to provide state-of-the-art services at L'Elite MediSpa to anyone who wants to rejuvenate and unleash their beauty. Regina joins us now. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me today, Brittany.
Of course, I'm so excited to talk about this. I read a little bit about your bio, and I'm just so excited to kind of get into your journey. So to start off, tell us a little bit about the overall mission of L'Elite MediSpa.
Yes, so the overall mission for L'Elite MediSpa is to help people embrace their inner beauty as well as beauty from the inside out. We just don't focus on the outside, we also focus on the inside.
And so I know that L'Elite kind of stems from a personal journey, your own battle with breast cancer. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Definitely. So about 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. It was aggressive, and so we treated it aggressive. I went through chemo, radiation, surgery, went to hell and back, and once I got back, I needed to understand that I wouldn't have a recurrence. And when I sat down with my oncologist to confirm that, you know, the things I can do to prevent a reoccurrence, I wasn't really assured that I was going to have prevention of a reoccurrence. So I had been a nurse over 10 years at that time, so I started, you know, looking into my nursing background, researching, and I embarked upon glutathione, which is the greatest antioxidant. We call it the mother of all antioxidants. It kills free radical cells, and cancer is caused by free radical cells. So I flew to California, I got trained in it, I started doing my treatments monthly, and it really gave me my reassurance to prevent reoccurrence. And 10 years later, I'm here, I'm healthy, and these are the services that I use to really help me build myself back up.
You know, I think that's interesting that you mentioned that there were some things that you can and cannot do, and a lot of times people don't know that. So can you share a little bit about what are some of those don'ts?
Yeah, so there's multiple don'ts. You know, when you are going through your journey, you want to make sure that you really start focusing on your health. You know, chemo kills the good cells as well as the bad cells. So it's a lot of things. Your skin is affected by it. Your skin starts to be deteriorating. You don't feel good. I lost every bit of hair on my head, which was my crown. So there are a lot of things. So you want to make sure that you do have an aspect of focus on your beauty, and that's really getting appropriate skincare so that your skin can be worked back up to health, because you want to make sure that you can build your skin back up to be healthy as it's being damaged by the chemo. So we focus on a lot of products that we use for people that are going through chemotherapy, and you know, not using products with parabens and other you know, things that can be toxic to the body, because we don't want to add any additional toxicity. And we focus on those products and we use them, and we really help people feel good, because when you're going through your journey, you don't look good, you don't feel good, and we really embrace that, especially with going through the personal journey. I know what it feels like to be vulnerable, and I know what it feels like to look for an answer, and those aren't things that your doctors focus on. They focus more on definitely treating the cancer. However, they don't focus on what it does to your self-esteem, what it does to your skin, what it does to you just in general, and how you feel, which is a big part of helping you be successful in your journey.
You know, thank you for sharing that. I think that's so important because, as you mentioned, the doctors, they're going to focus on that one, I guess, so to speak, physical health target that they're trying to get rid of, right? But like you mentioned, self-esteem, it really takes a toll on your mental health. And when you're going through this journey, mental health is half the battle at this point as well. So I think it's really important to have services like yours. So with that, tell me a little bit about what are the services that L'Elite MediSpa offers?
Yes, so we offer all different types of facials, especially facials utilizing products that are safe for people that are going through treatment. We also offer glutathione, which is that richest antioxidant, because once you do go through that journey and you achieve your goals with killing the cancer, you want to make sure that you have a reoccurrence, that you won't have, reassurance, excuse me, that you won't have a reoccurrence. So that's huge, because you don't want to always live in fear of if it's going to come back. So that kind of is more my security blanket. So we offer glutathione infusions. We also offer IV infusions that people during treatment can go through, because you deplete all of your vitamins and your minerals, so you feel very, very run down, no energy. You have a lot of nausea. So the clients that do come and we provide those IV services to them with vitamins. It really helps them get through their treatments. It really helps them feel good when they're not getting treatments and gives them back their energy as well as just feeling good and helps them deal with the side effects of the chemotherapy. So we have services for people when they're going through treatment as well as after. And then another thing that the treatment does is it imbalances your hormones. And sometimes cancer is caused by certain hormones and people are scared once they finish treatment that they cannot get hormones, but we do natural hormone therapy for survivors, and I do it. It's amazing. It helps with energy, it helps with healthy aging. So after you do go through your battle, it really helps you bounce back and kind of feel like yourself again.
That's such a great, concept. It's such a long list of services that you offer, again, like you said, to help you bounce back afterwards because, like we keep talking, when you're in the hospital, you're getting treatment, it's for that one sole thing, but there is the follow through and all of that will take you throughout the rest of your journey. And so just to clarify, these services are for only cancer patients, correct?
No, these services are for cancer patients as well as anybody battling any type of autoimmune disease, people that want to focus on health and wellness. We are very proactive instead of reactive. So we offer services for disease prevention, health promotion, wellness, healthy aging. These are things that are inevitable that do happen with aging, but we can focus on aging healthy because it doesn't have to suck to get old.
Absolutely. And, I think it's so important that you're offering, services that are clean, as somebody that I do, dabble a little bit in wellness and cosmetics and all of that. It is tough sometimes that you're putting things into your body and you're putting things on your skin, and sometimes you're wondering, like, how is this going to affect me in the long run? So I think being able to enlist in these services and then also to know that what you're putting in is safe and it's clean, I think really does make you feel safe, and it's like a security blanket almost.
Definitely. It definitely decreases anxiety. We focus and we get educated on a lot of alternative medicines and a lot of alternative treatments because they do utilize more natural ingredients. We focus a lot on compound pharmacies because they use the purest ingredients, so they help decrease side effects and they are more on the natural line. So that's what we really work with a lot, and all my staff are educated in them.
And, speaking of education, you were a nurse, you're board certified in aesthetics and wellness, and you were an educator yourself and, educator and leader yourself. So tell me, how has that influenced the way you approach these treatments at the MediSpa?
So it's influenced it greatly. It's ingrained in me. It's a part of it. Education is key. People come in and they don't know a lot about these services, or they're vulnerable. So they're anxious, and when you start educating clients, you can see their anxiety levels start to just decrease as you're talking to them. So it really helps a lot, and people want to be educated. Google is our friend, and everybody's on it. So, people come in and they're educated, and they ask for treatments, and they kind of quiz you too to make sure that you know what you're talking about. So, the field that we're in is very innovative, and education is a necessity. So, we're continually innovative, and we just continue education for all my staff because that's something that we have to stay abreast to, because our clients come in educated and we have to make sure that we're well educated to deliver the services that we do.
Absolutely. And so when a client walks in for the very first time, what can they expect?
So they can expect to come into a comfortable environment, a safe environment. We have dealt with a lot of vulnerable clients. I was vulnerable myself, so I know what it's like to sit on the other side of that table and receive services opposed to giving them. So they get that personal experience, and it's always memorable because we do educate the client, and we are compassionate when we deliver their services, and we take our time with them to make sure their needs are met.
And can you share some maybe success stories or feedback from clients who have benefited from the MediSpa, maybe a first-time occurrence or?
Yes, definitely. So a lot of times we had a first-time client. She came in, she was very vulnerable. She was nervous. Her doctors told her don't do certain things, and so she was very nervous. When we sat down, we went through the consultation. We just talk about what her needs are, what has she heard about it, and we really connect with the clients to understand, how do they feel. And then we start educating the client. Once we start educating the client, she's actually one of my star clients. She comes and she gets a lot of services now, but she needed to feel comfortable because when you come in, you're vulnerable, you don't understand this, and you have some doctors that tell you that these services that we offer, being that they're alternative, that they're not the best for them. And everybody abides by their doctors, but I think we're starting to see now that there are other things out there that can be helpful for us. So this client, she feels so much better. She was actually battling cancer, and she had ulcers in her mouth, and they were very, very painful to her. And what her doctor was giving her wasn't working. And we did an ozone therapy treatment for her. And then I called to follow up to give her a solution, a swish and swallow solution to help with the sores. And she was like, those sores are gone. They were gone the next day. So it just helped her get through her journey and really help her do it more comfortable. And it was something that she really couldn't get from her traditional doctor. So we were able to help her. And she told me it changed her life just because it was so much easier. She can eat better. She can, she's not in pain. So it was truly helpful for her.
That's so amazing. And now let's talk a little bit about where some of these services are offered. Let's talk about this Harlem location. What can we expect?
Yeah, so the Harlem location, it's located in Harlem. We're on Madison Avenue, right 1 block from Central Park, and it's going to be amazing. It's state of the art. We have a VIP area. We have, upstairs we're offering bioidentical hormone therapy, which is natural hormone replacement. We're also doing all of our facials, and we're going to have our grand opening in September, so stay tuned. And it's going to be amazing. We're glad that we can bring these services to the clients in the Bronx and Upper East Side, in Harlem, because these services aren't really offered to the underserved communities. They're only offered really downtown Manhattan, Long Island. So, it's not really offered there. So we've come into a place and we're glad that we're able to offer those services to the population.
It's so, again, accessibility is so, so important with overall cancer treatment alone, but now having this additional, help and follow through and all that. It's amazing that you're bringing this now here to the community.
Thank you.
Of course. And so let's talk about the effort that you make to highlight the beauty that comes from inside out. Tell me a little bit about the journey with that and the significance of that as we wrap up.
Yes, definitely. So a lot of people, they focus on the outside. You go, you get facials, you get Botox, you go get fillers. You focus a lot on the outside, but the inside is not healthy. And so we really focus on beauty from the inside out. We draw blood work when our clients come to see us to see what's going on inside so that we can provide insight. We can provide some services for that. So we truly embrace beauty from the inside, because if you only treat the outside and your inside's not healthy, it's going to deteriorate that much quicker.
What a perfect place to leave it. What a great message. Regina, I want to thank you so much again. Congratulations on the new location, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Brittany.
Of course. So to learn more about the services that are offered and to book your appointment, please go to their website at l'elitemedispa.com. Don't go away. We'll be back with more Open after this.